Welcome back, guys. Sorry about the wait. So, where we find ourselves now, we're taking a bit of a road trip to the mountains. Yup. And it seems someone's in need of roadside assistance.
Leonardo! Ezio? What luck! I ever run into a bit of trouble.
Let me see if I can help.
I know how to fix it, but lack the means to do so. If you could just lift the wagon.
What is this thing?
Eh?
It looks like a giant bat.
Oh, nothing. Just an idea I've been working on. I could not leave it behind.
What is it for?
Well, I shouldn't really talk about it. Al diavolo, I can't hold it in anymore. Ezio, I think I figured out how to make a man fly.
Come on, I'll drive.
But I haven't even told you where I'm going.
Road trip.
Venezia, such a beautiful city. So many sources of inspiration. Ponte di Rialto, Piazza San Marco, l'Arsenale. What's wrong?
We're not alone.
What's happening? Who are they?
Rodrigo Borgia's men.
Why? What do they want with us?
I think they want us dead.
Leonardo, hide!
And now for something completely different. We're driving this thing.
Knock them off!
Yep. So, yeah, as Leonardo's saying, as these guys are walking along the top there, if you don't shake the wagon around left and right, they'll grab onto you. And essentially, when they grab onto you, you're just going to go straight ahead and barrel into things. So it's a good plan when they climb on top to start rocking, but prior to that, they're going to hang on like crazy. You can, however, grind up against walls and run through obstacles to shake them off, but you kind of got to be mindful of your carriage's health. Of course, you can't turn too sharply, or else you will tip over. And turning is it doesn't handle very well. I'll just put it like that. I'm sure there's some barges that turn sharper than this thing. And speaking of sharp turns, that's what happens if you fall over. But I'm just gonna jump cut to right around there, done correctly this time. The plot thickens.
It's going to be a little rough.
Now things get trickier. They start shooting fires at us. And steering around all of them is very tricky, particularly because, well, you maneuver between them, and yeah. But, as you can see, dodging them by grinding against the wall, it's pretty forgiving at times on counting something as a miss, I guess you could say. And this was actually on my second attempt, so doing pretty good. First time I played this, boy, I did terrible. Also, I haven't seen it, but I think if they're walking on the top of the wagon and you pass under a low branch, they'll actually get knocked off, because I know grinding against the walls and stuff knocks them off. Bitch, bitch, bitch. I know where I'm going, I don't need directions. Whoa. Yeah, I've got health to burn, quite literally.
Hold on, Ezio! We're almost there!
Almost. Here we go. Home stretch.
Go, Leonardo. They are here for me, not you. I'll catch up with you later.
Well, it's good to see that guy hitching a free ride completely vanished. I like to think Leonardo just knocked him off on accident. Fighting. Yep, so skipping around, past a little bit of dancing. That's 3. And this right here. Whoop, friendly fire. That wasn't very polite at all. And I don't want to screw around here, so... yeah, you get a crotch stab. That's for killing your buddy. And we just gotta head to the little glowy spot here, and we will be done with this mission. Now, where are we? Well, we'll find that out in just a moment. No. Okay. Hey. And it didn't show a cinematic unveiling the zone. Now, first off, the cloak doesn't work here. So I'm just going to go to good old black. And this region here is Forli. Forli is, it's not too far at all from Imola. And if you remember or saw the history segment on the Pazzi and what have you, part of the feather ruffling... hold on, gotta see a man about a horse. Hello, horse. Part of the feather ruffling that went on behind that involved the Pope making a grab to Imola. So basically the Lord of Forli is... what? Hey! My horse got jammed. Too much garbage. But some retribution, there we go. Yeah, too many people. Doesn't agree with horse. He's very sensitive to that sort of thing. But yeah, this is not too far at all from Imola. So the Lord of Forli is typically seen as also the Lord of Imola at the same time. Whoop. Pardon me, ladies. Chest. And a lot of these towers here are copy-paste, though I think it's getting into a bit of a nerdy detail, but I think the actual stonework texture is kind of different from what we saw in, what's the place? The tiny place with the buildings and the stuff, and the towers and the things. San Gimignano, that's what it was. Completely blanked. But yeah, this is a brand new zone, but Leonardo kind of wants us up there real quick. So I will spend the latter end of the video exploring this place, but we won't be back here for a little while. Hey. Don't get ahead of me. Okay. Yeah, that's teamwork, horse. You gotta be a team player. You can't just go off on your own. And you can't just... wait. Hey. He's stuck. Ugh. Horse. Damn it. Okay, hey. One more thing like that and we're done, buddy. Okay, time to make up for your past transgressions here. Oh.
Please, don't uccidetemi.
Okay, horse, we're done. I'm going solo. Going the tried and true method up here. And hey, this next viewpoint, if you remember from Assassin's Creed 1, inside Acre, at the very end, the port segment, there were a couple of lighthouses, one of which being a viewpoint. And on that note, just take a little bit of view in there. And this tower, at least at the very top, it seems very similar, if not identical, to the lighthouse that we had to climb back in Acre, which of course the ground level is very different, but you'll see when we get up there. And there's a feather to the left, and I'm going to take the long way around because I don't want to collect it quite yet. The things I do to make up for my forgetfulness. Because I just know if I grab that feather, I would completely forget about it, and I would spend a long time checking the map, trying to figure out where the feather was here. And I just heard a horse. Did my horse follow me? Fantastic. Yeah, here's the similarity. So the top part look very similar, and you've also got the whole perch on top. But minor detail. Also that little step in the corner there, or crate, I think was also in Assassin's Creed 1. Yeah, but I'm kind of rambling. And we don't have too much further to go before we reach the port. Right over there. And I think I'll take the escalator down. There we go. Now, set our next viewpoint, not too far from there. As you'll notice that things are kind of slushy. Okay, horse, I forgive you for now. Things are kind of slushy around here. Well, there are a lot of flooding issues with Forlì. And it's something... Whoa, that was interesting. It's something we'll come across in more detail whenever we get to the database entry for Forlì, and that's going to be, once again, toward the end of the video. Because it's a tiny zone, and I zip through it pretty quick. And the water here gets too deep. Thankfully, Al can't swim, but Ezio can. We'll be doing a little bit of that later. One side, peasants. And a copy-paste tower over here. And I'm just going to skip to the top. We've seen that before. Wait, you... no. God damn it. Never fails. If it's not the horse, it's gravity working against me. No. No more. We're done. And almost.
Ezio, here.
I hear ya. I hear ya. Stop your bitching. We're coming. Hey, dive. And here's some reading for you, folks.
Ezio. Here. Over here.
Yeah, as I mentioned, the Turks were a big issue for Venice and what have you during this time. So the Turks were causing a lot of issues in the seas.
Ezio,
Hence the mention here.
Over here. Thank you, Ezio. You saved my life.
I did what had to be done. You would have done the same.
I doubt it. Bravery is not my strong suit. I owe you a debt, brother.
Di niente.
Tutti a bordo! Fra poco si salpa!
That's our traghetto. Venezia waits.
Where's your pass?
What pass?
You don't have a pass?
You cannot enter Venezia without a pass. Who invited you?
Nobody.
Basta! No pass, no entrance!
Don't worry, Leonardo. I'll come up with something.
Don't just stand there! I need help!
Hey, and here's something right here. I always thought this whole thing seemed a little too shoehorned in, I guess. And it's a boat using tutorial, which we're going to Venice. I figure we're gonna end up using one of these.
Aiutatemi!
God, people always with the whining. You'll notice that our outfit kind of looks at, well, when you're in water, your outfit kind of looks all wet and discolored. Minor touch. It's more noticeable on a later outfit I'll have on the video. Spoilers. Yep, gondola. Rowing, rowing, rowing.
Qualcuno mi faccia scendere da quest'affare! Aiutatemi!
So much Italian. Now this lady is special.
Madonna.
Oh, you're good. The ladies must like you.
I wasn't looking to impress, only to help someone in distress.
Which is exactly why you impress. And you are Messer...
Auditore, but please, call me Ezio.
I'm Caterina. Now, Ezio, we must find you suitable reward. Do you have any suggestions?
There is perhaps something you could help me with.
I'm all ears.
Yeah, this lady, Caterina Sforza, she is the, well, a little bit of reading for you. She is quite a ballsy lady for the era. Whoop! I forgot how to drive. It happens. But the latter end of the video, I'm going to be talking about her quite a bit, with trying my best to, I'll be stopping early so I don't get into spoiler town stuff, because she comes in later in the game. Yep.
Yes, Signora. Whatever you say, Signora.
He won't trouble you anymore. I took care of it.
Thank you, Caterina.
Perhaps we'll see each other again. Should you ever find yourself in the city of Forli, it would be my pleasure to welcome you.
I look forward to enjoying your hospitality.
Please accept my most humble apologies, Messere. Had I known...
It's quite all right, my friend.
And on that note, we have ourselves a boat to catch. Another sequence down, folks. Making headway, baby steps at a time.
Be careful, Ezio. Do you know who that was?
My next conquest.
I don't think so, Ezio. That's Caterina Sforza, daughter of the Duca di Milano. Her husband is...
Husband?
See, her husband is the Lord of Forli. That woman is as powerful and dangerous as she is young and beautiful.
Sempre come una donna per me.
Everything all right?
Better than all right. You're making amazing progress.
Amazing's quite a strong word.
Then why are we stopping?
Prolonged exposure to the Animus can have, side effects.
Awesome.
It's nothing to worry about. You haven't shown any of the symptoms.
Symptoms? What symptoms?
Degradation of cognition, temporal hallucinations, multiple awareness issues, overlapping realities. You know,
So, what you're saying is...
What we're saying, Desmond, is if you're not careful, you may not need the Animus to visit with your ancestors. Which wouldn't be a bad thing, assuming you could control it. Up until now, though, no one has.
Subject 16.
We have safeguards, Desmond. And they kept him in the Animus for way too long, sometimes days at a time. We're being careful with you.
I hope so.
Anyway, I was hoping we could test out your skill retention. See if you've picked up some of Ezio's abilities.
I'm game.
Great. Meet me downstairs when you're ready.
We're not ready quite yet. Nope, we gotta doll ourselves up a little bit. And also on the side, got a little bit of chatting to do. Thankfully, Sean is, well, he's warmed up to us a little bit, I guess. What's up, bro?
What could 16 have found that needs so much secrecy and security?
Oh, I don't know, do I? Lucy thinks it's something about the Codex, but I'm not so sure. I'm all ears if it's as life-changing as 16 says. Blimey, if I was allowed to use the Animus, I'd be the one in there finding out. Instead, as usual, I'm forced to sit here on the sidelines.
What are you up to?
What am I up? Who are you, my mum? I've been running traces on the Codex pages, looking to see if any of them are still around.
And?
Nothing concrete. Reports of one in the archives of the National Central Library in Florence. Maybe a few in the hands of collectors. Probably Templars. I'd send someone to check it out, but we're very short on manpower.
How do you think the Codex wound up in Italy? I mean, it seems so random.
Dante Alighieri by way of Marco Polo.
Seriously?
Something happened in 1321, yeah? Now, I'm still working on making the connections, but from what I can tell, Polo encountered the assassins while visiting Kubla Khan. This must be when he obtained the Codex. Now, when he returned to Italy, he passed it on to Dante. Dante was close to him, if not an assassin himself. Now, I've no idea what brought the two of them together, but I'll tell you what, I reckon we could find out.
I don't think Lucy wants us messing with the Animus.
Yeah, you're right. We've got enough to deal with. I guess satisfying my curiosity will have to wait.
How'd you get mixed up in all this?
Most assassins, Desmond, are like you, yeah? They're born into the Brotherhood. Not me, though.
Here we go.
What? He asked. Anyway, I've always been a big fan of the unexplained. There's something exciting there, you know? A sense that life is more interesting, more mysterious than we've been raised to believe.
So what, you just stumbled across the assassins?
No. I found the Templars first, actually. Abstergo is a big company. It's too big, which means there were slip-ups. You know, like that mess they're having right now with the fluoride. Only I was tracking this stuff years ago. I must have been, what, 14? 15?
You knew Abstergo was a Templar company?
No, not at first. I just knew they were up to no good, and I figured maybe I could do something about it. So I started digging up everything I could on the company, posting stuff to news groups, trying to spread the word, looking for people who might have stories to tell.
You must have gotten Abstergo's attention.
Well, fortunately, I got Rebecca's first. Otherwise, I'd probably be at the bottom of a river.
You're welcome.
Yeah, she tried to warn me, told me I was messing with the wrong kind of people.
And what did you do?
I thought you were mental.
But now you know better.
Yep, now I know you're just a bit mental.
Long story short, I saved his ass. Multiple times. Should have dropped him and let Abstergo have their way.
Listen to you, trying to be all badass.
So what happened?
I have a gift, Desmond. I have a gift for seeing things, making connections. Like your eagle vision, you know? Only useful.
We offered him a place with us.
Yes, you did, yeah. The alternative? A life on the run from the most powerful organization on the planet. I decided to prolong my life. I'm eccentric like that, so I signed up. I've been doing research and analysis for them ever since. Best part is, I love it.
Anything else?
What's this for?
I'm keeping tabs on the other teams.
Other teams?
The Templars have been hunting down the pieces of Eden using the map they got from you at Abstergo. Luckily, Lucy has provided us with a copy as well, allowing us to pursue them.
And how's that working out?
So far, so good.
If they find even one of those pieces, we're gonna have problems.
Oh, you're picking up on that, are you? That is why we're training you. Once you've acquired the necessary skills, we'll be able to send you into the field.
And what about you? Why aren't you out there?
I'm not out there because my expertise lies in other areas. And to be honest, I prefer it that way. But make no mistake, Desmond. I'm an assassin through and through. I've killed before. I expect to kill again. It's just that I prefer not to.
And I think we're done talking over here. Okay. Next person on our list, I guess. Over here in the corner. Lucy isn't around, but we're going to be talking to her later, right before we jump back into the Animus.
Hey, nice work today. You're a natural.
Thanks. It's definitely getting easier. I gotta say, after all the crap I went through at Abstergo, it's nice to be with the good guys.
Good guys? Let's not get carried away.
What's that supposed to mean?
In case you've forgotten, Rebecca, we're assassins. I can look it up for you if you like. Basically, it means we assassinate people.
Only when we have to.
It's a choice. You're choosing to kill.
I haven't killed anyone.
No, not yet. But what do you think all this is for? Eh? You think Lucy's giving you Ezio's abilities so you can build schools in South America and deliver rice to starving Indonesians? What are you, Desmond, a vegan? You'd be the first vegan assassin in history.
Look, it's not ideal. And taking a life is never easy. But sometimes, there's no other way. Sometimes, Desmond, people have to die for things to change.
She's got a point. But don't fool yourself into thinking you have no say. I mean, isn't that what we're all about here? Safeguarding free will?
Sorry, I didn't mean to make it into a whole big thing.
That's cool. So, how's she treating you?
The translation software is still a bit laggy. You're probably catching the odd bit of Italian. Sorry about that.
No worries. Abstergo's machine wasn't perfect either. And the subtitles? Definitely a big plus.
Ha ha ha, breaking that fourth wall. Fuck you guys. God. And that's all she has to say. Not as chatty as Sean, but what you gonna do? She's a busy lady. Now, got ourselves a little bit of a dry run out here. Gonna get our legs stretched up a little bit.
So what's the plan?
We're gonna see what you've managed to retain. Come on. Abstergo's out there, looking for us. They're better funded and better equipped, so it's only a matter of time before they find this place. We need to be ready for them when they do. I want you to activate the warehouse's defense system. I'll let you figure out how to reach the sensors.
Oh, come on. Not even a hint?
Open your eyes, Desmond.
Lucy? I'm seeing things.
Do the hallucinations last longer than 30 seconds?
No.
Then it's nothing to be worried about. It'll pass.
Ooh, trippy. But if we use our eagle vision, we can see how to traverse... Well, not really. Same one replaying on another run-through. But anyways, it isn't that helpful.
Last longer than 30 seconds.
No.
So what you gonna do?
It'll pass.
But back on to the real run. The switches are all over. You got 2 on the ground floor, 2 on the catwalks. And this was my first run through here. My mind was kind of blanked out, and I just kind of went wherever. So, let's go to this one first. What the hell?
So, how am I doing?
You've picked up every single one of Ezio's skills. The adoption rate is fantastic. Another day or two and we'll be done.
Alright, you gotta tell me. Why Ezio? Why Italy? I mean, we could have just gone back to Altair again. Followed him during his early years.
It started with 16.
Ah, good old Subject 16. He repainted my room, you know. With his blood.
I'd been going through his files. Vidic flagged a couple of his Animus sessions. A bunch of different ancestors, different dates and locations. Ancient Africa, the Middle East. But towards the end, he became obsessed with Italy. I think he knew about the vault. A few of the records of his later Animus sessions are missing. And the sessions that are there... After everything the Templars put him through, after everything I put him through, it's all scrambled. If we hadn't pushed 16 so hard, we'd have the answers already. And maybe he'd still be alive.
So you're after the Codex and the Vault.
I knew you had an ancestor in Italy who was at the center of all of it.
And that is all of them.
Over here, Desmond. All right, I think we're done for the day. You should get some rest.
Lucy, what happened to 16 wasn't your fault. You were just as much a prisoner as I was.
Thanks. Good night, Desmond. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, we're done with that. Just gotta head upstairs.